Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
And we're watching Dark Season 3, Episode 1. Now, I can't believe we have made it to the third and final season.
I can't believe that it's the final season.
It brings sadness to me already because I'm just so not ready to be done with this world.
Yeah.
I have loved getting entrenched in all the lore and the mystery and the timelines and everything going on. I know you've loved it too.
It's so well written, honestly.
Some of the best writing we've seen, and we are so invested and so interested. And at this point in time in the journey, where there's so many possibilities and so many unanswered questions, it's just awesome because you can still dream and hope and wonder. And I kind of don't want to finish the show. I do because I'm so desperate for answers.
You just want to continue
the wonder of it all.
It,
it's been a long time since the show really just left us this. Just like, what is it all meaning? What is going on? At the same time, so perfectly written that everything comes and means something. And
it's a different feeling. But the last time I felt similar about a show was Game of Thrones, and they butchered it. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time.
They butchered their ending. But yes, like just having big world building and multiple storylines across a vast sort of storyline that is all going to be connected at some point and come together like that. And when it does come together, like it's already coming together, you're kind of like, holy shit, like is this really happening? You know, it brings out that just excitement and passion and
Now, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm about to.
Here we go.
Spartan decided that he will grill me all over the recordings,
you make me sick.
You
couldn't wait.
Grill me. And in fairness, I couldn't remember how I knew the information, but it was just there. I just knew that I knew the information about Claudia being the White Devil and why it was so obvious. And you actually went back and found out why I thought I knew that information.
For context, because Pudgey's timeline brain not very good. This is 2 episodes ago now. It was the last episode. It wasn't as recent. So people are like, well, what are we talking about?
I mean, it's pretty recent.
We were not so much, especially when you consider the upload spaces, yeah, Pudgey? So in the White Devil episode 7 of season 2, when we're looking back at the footage and editing, it then made sense. It's funny sometimes when you watch things back, you're like, oh, that's very obvious. So I see sometimes when you guys are like, how'd you miss this? But when you're in the zone, reacting for the first time, taking the information, you don't always, and then you watch it back, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's very obvious.
Because you're also, although you're listening, you're also like calculating and thinking what things mean, and you're doing a lot. Yeah.
So what was the scene again? It was something...
It was young Helge at the stairs, and Egon came to talk to young Helge, and he wasn't really speaking at all.
No, I know that one, but I thought there was one after that. There was one scene after that in the middle of the episode, because that one where we were both a bit umming and ahhing. Anyway, I can't remember what it was now, but there was a scene in the middle of the episode or some point where it was a bit more obviously confirmed that Claudia was the White Devil before, the end bit, whereas I hadn't read the scene like that, and you didn't remember that was a scene that triggered you. So in the end discussion, when you're like, yeah, I always knew, because then I look back at the intro, I'm like, well, we didn't always know, because in the intro, we're both sort of saying what's going on. And
in the intro, I was just kind of letting you say your thing, but I also felt like I knew.
Yeah,
you know
but it obviously wasn't, that's fine, but it obviously wasn't at the level where you 100% knew, because you don't mince words, and you would never not be like, no, with Claudia, we know this. You were kind of like, so you might have had a bit of feeling, but you weren't solid in it. That episode confirmed it.
Yeah, but I also feel like the way Noah... I can't remember because this was ages ago now, but when the way Noah was explaining like him being in the light of the dark or whatever it was, whatever little combination he was saying, I remember in the moment reflecting back on that, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense that Claudia is, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, Pudgey wanted to stick it to me because I gave her a bit of flack the last episode. But let's be honest, who gives a fuck at this point?
Me!
We are starting season 3. Honestly, it's a waste of time talking about that stuff because there's so much.
I just needed some points back on the board because, look, with timelines and shit, I've not been great, right? Like, I have dropped the mark a little bit on this show. So I just needed some points on the board, and that was me putting them there.
All right.
Proudly.
Anyway, not going to lie. It's killing the passion a bit because I came into this season 3. We got big things to discuss. You've brought it back to last season's disagreements. I've moved on.
No,
like
of
that's
course you've moved on because you are wrong.
the people have moved on too. Let's be honest. So let's actually discuss what we're excited to rather than the has-beens. Okay. We left off with some massive news. There's apparently multiple worlds, according to this Martha doppelganger. I don't know who she is or what she is, but she's taken Jonas, I'm assuming, to a different world. She had a different looking device.
Yes.
And she seemingly saved him. So as if...
Which also makes sense about Claudia saying, I've seen a future without Jonas. Yeah.
So which we discussed, I think, in the discussion.
Yeah.
So as if 5 timelines wasn't enough, we now got worlds into play, which is why I'm like, dude, how is there only one season left? I could so do like a 5-season series or something of
5 only. This needs way more.
Well, it depends, because when you get greedy with that too, that's where Game of Thrones things happen. So I'm being like, just conservative here, not being irrational. So we've got multiple worlds. Then we've also got Katarina's going through the tunnels to some timeline. We've got
Jonas, Magnus.
Middle-aged Jonas has saved Magnus, Francesca, and
Elizabeth.
Bartos.
Oh yeah, Bartos.
And to add to that, there was a specific line when young Noah delivers the note from Martha to middle-aged Jonas, which is why it stopped him from killing himself.
Yeah.
He says, you need to save them now, and later you'll come back and need to save me and Agnes, right?
Yes.
That's very interesting because I'm like, okay, so Noah knows he's going to stay here for a time. For some reason, it's Jonas who brings Noah and Noah and Agnes to continue on with the the Sigmundus, whatever it's called.
Sigmundus.
Yeah.
Crescus.
While they leave Elizabeth behind. So that's all like already pre-planned essentially, which is kind of, I find that interesting.
Yeah.
You're going to save them now and us later. There's something else going to happen later and he's going to come for them. So we're probably going to get to see more of that. I find that interesting. And then obviously Elizabeth, this really weird, crazy scenario where she's Charlotte's daughter and Charlotte's mother. We saw her say at the end, mother, when she saw, an older Charlotte, and they both touched the same, I don't know if it's called a wormhole or that.
Yeah.
That whole, the same thing that Jonas and young Helge had touched in season 1.
Yeah.
And we saw Charlotte kind of get sucked in, but we don't know where they ended up. So
there's a lot
happened.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think wrap my brain if I'm missing anything.
I'm sure we are, because there's so much detail in these episodes that you can't fathom to remember everything. But
as Adam wanted, the final cycle has now happened.
Yes.
And we know that it was Adam that actually kills Martha, which is wild because Adam is Jonas.
That was so shocking.
But obviously there's a reason for it all. Like, still, we don't know. We're like the Noah or the Jonas. We don't see the game that's being played at the highest level the way Claudia and Adam do. Mm-hmm. And we don't know why they are so on differing. We know what the different, what they want is.
Yeah.
But how did they end up there if they both know so much? Like, what did they both see? They concluded different conclusions.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? So, obviously, for Jonas, it was Martha dying, which then created this ripple effect of a different Martha from a different world and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, what
and then for Claudia, she realised her father dying and her trying to save her daughter. But again, that's very small play stuff. They also, because they are both looking at the sacrifices that need to be made.
They are the, start of the ripple effect, which then makes
for their personal lives, maybe, Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you want up to 4 weeks of early access to our reactions or you want to watch our uncut reactions, we'll leave a link down below.
And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the episode.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Interesting.
What? Okay. That's an interesting one.
I mean, it makes sense.
Wohin uns unsere Reise führt.
Would you make the same decisions?
Die gleichen Entscheidungen.
Couldn't wait for the line to just be delivered, could ya?
Well, I didn't think she would say that, to be fair.
But yes, it's an interesting one. You probably wouldn't.
Yeah. I wonder. That'd give me anxiety.
Probably a bit of both.
Was tief in uns ist, zum gleichen Ende leiten. Wie eine unsichtbare Hand.
Interesting, like everything's predestined and connected.
Yeah, because what you are, who you are, is also your decisions. Who the fuck's this now?
Who is that?
Can't be adding new characters. We cannot. This is like Adam's
Yeah, office, but it's
Yeah.
in ruins. Hang on, was that? No. They've all got the lip scar.
Yeah.
Why do they have a lip scar? Would that be Bartos by some chance? He's got the hairstyle a little bit looking like that. An older version, I don't know.
Was that like just magic? Like, what is this?
No, no, through his lantern.
Oh, I didn't even say that. Lol. Are they in a different world? Like, I don't know. Because that looks like, what's his name's dad?
I don't know what's his name. That is.
Ulrich.
What? Oh my god, you've lost the plot, Pudgey.
Just saying. They look similar. Yeah, what is with this lip thing?
So they're burning
Oh,
down.
is it him? But all versions of him, whoever he is.
You're right. Actually, that's your first wise thing you said today. That's could be correct.
Who the fuck are you though?
Yeah, that's actually the best explanation, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But they're burning down that establishment, so there's another person at play now.
Yeah.
I like that title.
Feels.
I think this is right before the apocalypse happened.
Holy shit.
Warte, das kann nicht sein. Ich verstehe
Wir haben
nicht.
keine Zeit mehr.
Right where we left off.
Die Frage ist nicht aus welcher Zeit, sondern aus welcher Welt.
Oh my god. Seeing her dead, seeing her from a different world, like how trippy.
Oh my god.
Oh, his skull's still there. I thought it was gone for some reason.
Are they in the cave?
Heute ist der Tag, an dem alles angefangen hat.
The day it all
An dem wir
began?
uns zum ersten Mal begegnet sind.
Wait, what?
Das du und ich. Deine und meine Welt.
Your world and my world, so they're two
In
worlds.
diesem Knoten untrennbar miteinander verbunden sind.
What?
Wie deine Welt.
Well, she did say what world, so... Where is she going now?
Ich mach das wieder gut. Das verspreche ich.
Warte, wohin gehst du? Warum bin ich
What
hier?
are you doing? You didn't explain anything to him.
Yeah, what's new in this show? We're back in 2019, never before. Isn't that the day?
So this might make sense about all those dreams, but...
Yes.
And the worm thing or the god particle growing from her tummy.
Hang on, so we've gone back in time now. Isn't this the day that Michael hung himself? Never
I think
before?
so. Oh,
Mikkel, ist weg.
what the hell?
Kein Wunder, dass du nachts nicht schlafen kannst.
So weird seeing him there.
So this is her world then.
Vielleicht war das ja gar kein Traum. Sondern das hier jetzt ist einer. Wir sind alle gar nicht echt.
Interesting.
Haha, sehr witzig.
Pretty true.
Oh, diese verdammte Elektrik.
Okay, so someone's traveling through time now.
Ach komm, Mikkel, jetzt mach dich mal fertig.
Interesting that the yellow jacket's there as well.
Yeah, Jonas's.
Bist du? Wollte nur sehen, ob du echt bist.
Wonder what his nightmares are. They might link into his alternate
Magnus!
self.
Oh, he's
damn.
awake.
Is he
Man,
got
he's
black hair?
awake.
He's got black hair.
Yeah.
Every season, Magnus gets a new look.
Look at those tats and everything.
Ey, du Arsch.
Wer zuerst in der Schule ist. Morgen, Mama.
Morgen. Soll ich dich mitnehmen?
I mean, he just took your food. At least have something else to eat.
Nee, ich komme heute spät.
This is Jonas's house, right?
Yeah.
It's not Ulrich's house.
Meine Mama, das ist doch scheiße.
What did you say about the father?
I missed it.
Missed it because you're too busy yapping.
Well, they're in a different house. It's
yeah,
not a
this
deal.
is... Well, it looks like Jonas... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Jonas's. Like they're living similar lives in different worlds.
Well, no, that is what they're doing.
It's nice to see him not behind bars. Is he with Hannah?
That's what I'm wondering.
There just ain't no way. That stupid big bitch gets Ulrich in another world.
Oh my god. After what she did to him last season, this just feels so wrong now. So choosing Hannah for him is actually a better outcome.
Ulrich?
Oh my
damn.
god.
Ich liebe dich.
Does he say back?
Schön bist du.
Even in this world! Oh,
Even when he gets her
my
pregnant, he
God.
can't say it back.
Yeah. That is wild.
Who's her baby gonna be
Yeah,
though?
I don't know.
Because it can't be Jonas.
It can't be technically, right?
But she never met Michael or Mikkel, so what? Oh, this is the world without Jonas, I'm guessing.
Yes. Which she is the Jonas.
So Martha has the yellow jacket in this
Yeah.
world.
So not only are they aunt and nephew, but each other. They're each other.
In different worlds, yeah. So Eric still goes missing. I wonder then if the people they were eliminating are the people that consistently
Yeah,
across
in
every
each
world.
world.
Yeah, I don't know. So the Martha that brought him here then is a world traveler and a time traveler
Yes.
because the current Martha is present
And she did say this is the day we meet, so
and the day the knot begins.
yeah.
Selber, Spasti. Hey, Martha.
Kilian.
Ah. Is
Okay.
Killian the guy that we saw at the start? No.
Es wird wieder passieren. Es wird wieder
Oh,
passieren.
so it's his eye instead of
yeah.
his ear. So Helgate always gets destroyed no matter what world.
And it will happen again. Wasn't the line something else last time?
Tick tack,
Tick tock.
tick tack.
That is consistent. He said it differently, but it's there.
He's literally in his home that isn't his home, which is because he's Martha. Like,
Well, let's not say he's Martha just yet. They're sort of covering each other's
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah.
He's still different.
that is wild. So you don't really know who the father is.
What do you mean? We know it's Ulrich.
But he's with Hannah.
Yeah, you can assume that he left and he ended up choosing Hannah in the end. That's what I think the obvious assumption was.
Oh, he's been replaced. That photo.
Keine Spuren, keine Zeugen. Und nach euren Protokollen hat auch die Befragung der
Oh.
Nachbarn.
He gets both his eyes. Oh, listen up, it's dead. There's always something, isn't there?
What has she found now? Yeah.
So you were right. I think he's having an affair with Katerina. They've reversed the role. But surely he's the father of those. He has to be to have created those exact kids. Because they're his genetics.
Look, take logic out the window and leave it there.
Und das ist dann ein schwarzes Loch. Und
Does anyone know who he is?
Nope.
ich bin Jonas.
Ist das sicher deine Klasse?
How scary is that no one actually knows who you are? Even Martha not noticing him.
Wird angezogen und kommt da irgendwie rein. Andere Sterne,
Whose
Planeten
blood?
und sogar Licht.
He's seeing her blood. Oh, he just came from holding her blood, remember?
Oh yeah.
For him, it was like
All
an
in
hour
his
ago.
hands, yeah.
Im Prinzip weiß keiner, was dahinter ist. Vielleicht nichts, vielleicht aber auch eine neue Welt.
Oh,
In der
Bartels is literally on the money.
Yeah, man's talking all the facts that we don't know yet.
Und ein richterlicher Beschluss?
Oh my god, that hasn't changed, has it?
Wie geht es dir?
Es geht.
Did Regina already die here or
Yeah,
something?
that's what I'm thinking.
Die Zugänge sind bereits vor Jahren versiegelt worden. Da kommt niemand rein.
Man lying?
He usually is, so who knows?
Katharina.
Oh shit, okay.
Ich weiß, dass Ulrich und die Kinder, dass das zu ihm gehört.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Und ich will, dass du weißt, dass ich dem nicht im Weg stehe. Das ist aber sehr großzügig von dir.
I think Katarina's standing in the way of that.
War Ulrich heute früh eigentlich bei euch?
Twisted way. I must be speaking too soon.
Was denn vorbeibringen? Ich weiß nicht. Irgendwas für die Schule, für die Kinder.
She's come for information as always. Yep, that's Hannah.
Dann hat das vielleicht vergessen.
Katarina, no, she's not dumb.
Ist was?
Du hast mir nicht gesagt, warum ich hier bin.
Oh, I think it's the same one.
Yeah.
Kennen wir uns?
Du hast keine Ahnung, wer ich bin.
Oh, that's so sad.
How trippy would that be?
How many times does he have to end up lonely and unsure and...
Left a book. Will we get a name or something? Oh, that's the play that she did in the other time, right? Oh, she's not gonna know him.
No.
Mama?
Bitte?
Oh shit, that is so weird.
That would be so weird.
Kann ich dir irgendwie helfen?
Oh, he looks so heartbroken.
Yeah, that would be such a weird interaction, man.
He's lost everything in like 2 seconds.
Because he's never seen her back since he went missing either, remember? She left.
Look at these two. It was a blonde hair.
Nah. It is, you're right.
What the fuck?
So this Ulrich's worse. He's an ex-husband, he's got a new one pregnant, and he's doing with Charlotte. Like,
That's what we're assuming, yeah.
yeah. Like, this Ulrich's out of control.
This is the secret, maybe, that he knows.
Allein in der Region Winden gibt es 21.000 gemeldete Fahrzeuge.
Ja, und was soll ich damit jetzt anfangen?
Damn, Ulrich. I mean, this brings a whole different meaning to once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah, I know.
Das Spinnrad sich dreht. Runde um Runde. Ein Schicksal geknüpft an das nächste.
These plays just hit too close to home.
Man kann die Knoten nicht lösen. Aber schneiden kann man sie.
Can they be severed?
Und was flog, fiel auf Erden. Und was auf Erden war, wandelte seine Gestalt. Zeigte seine schaurige Fratze.
She was up there by herself last time.
Yes.
Schön. Wir brechen hier ab.
How heartbroken would you be seeing that too? So the one that brought him here must be this world, different
Keine Ahnung,
time.
was du von mir willst, aber ich will nichts von dir, okay? Also hau ab.
Damn, pretty blunt. It's only been 2 interactions.
Bitte hör mir zu. Vielleicht weißt du nicht, wer ich bin, aber heute ist der 4. November und Mikkel wird...
Mikkel...
Yeah, that makes no sense to her.
Ich kenne keinen Michael Kahnwald. Hannas Mann ist mein Vater und der heißt Ulrich.
Yeah, that's gonna trip him up a little bit.
Look at the caves.
Yeah,
There's the
damn.
backdrop.
Is that Magnus? Yeah, go to the bunker. We've got a bunker in this time too. This world makes sense.
Shit, this episode's really testing our memory with what happened before.
Every detail,
and,
yeah. Oh, that's a nice little twist, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's no Elizabeth
Yeah.
that we've seen.
Even if there is, she's taken on the sign language.
Ich liebe dich.
So she's head back.
If you say it during sex, it doesn't count if it's the first time. No, you know, like people like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
first time saying it's during sex, that's just lust. That's not. It's the worst time to say it.
Oh, there she is.
Es wird.
It'd be nice to hear her speak. Fucking hell.
Ist das Ende. Und das Ende ist der Anfang.
Again, the man's not making sense in any world. Trying to, but it just isn't.
Tick-tack.
One day it feels Ulrich that, or who did his eye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She dies earlier.
Is he the priest?
Well, that's what I was just thinking as well. No,
What the hell?
Peter can't be Noah, can he?
Ich wollte wissen, ob hier jemand begraben liegt.
Wer?
Kahnwald. Michael Kahnwald.
Oh my god.
Kein Michael Kahnwald.
Vielleicht bin ich deswegen hier.
Why?
Damit es nicht passiert.
Was passiert?
Is he in like everything, like the cycle?
Hey, warte! Wie ist dein Name?
What is that?
Something's happening, yeah. Okay, it's the first time we've seen that kind of transition.
Is this Mikkel now?
No, it's these
Oh,
three guys.
the three, yeah.
Okay, 87.
87.
September.
These dates killing me.
There's a lot now.
Is this young Helge's house?
Not young Helge's, but that's Helge's father. But older.
Den Generalschlüssel für das Kernkraftwerk.
Soll es ein Scherz sein?
Sie haben ihn behalten.
This kid's giving him some serious looks.
I know. Looks could kill. These ones would.
Wenn du nicht verschwindest, rufe ich die Polizei.
They focus a lot on these apples in the intro too.
Well, it's usually Noah that it's an apple, so I'm just wondering here what's going on.
Fuck, that's creepy.
Oh
what?
no.
Why?
Yeah, they are the same person. They're dressed the same too. You're correct.
Nichts ist umsonst. Kein Atemzug. Kein Schritt.
What are you even on about?
Wer zum Teufel sind Sie?
My questions
Oh,
exactly.
man. The poor guy's getting scared too, and then they're just out of nowhere. 1 minute, you're not living a
Has he
normal
only got
life.
one leg? Doesn't that look like his father to you?
Nah.
Was willst du hier?
Ich will dir keine Angst machen.
Oh, that's the last thing he wants.
Das tun wir. Nicht jetzt, wann anders.
He's coming out with it.
Gonna kiss
Das
her
alles
to
schon
show
mal gesehen.
her.
Das Licht. Der Wald. Ich.
Oh, she's seen it in a dream?
No, but in the time.
Ein Déjà-vu.
Wow.
Oder ein
That's
Fehler in
what
der
those-
Matrix.
That's what those deja vus were.
Ich glaube, ich weiß jetzt, warum ich hier bin. Warum du mich geholt hast. Damit ich es ändere.
Yeah, what exactly though? I'm not fully understanding.
Wo ist Mikkel?
Mikkel.
Mikkel ist nicht bei euch?
Bist du blind oder was?
Does he come by himself?
Du hast ihn mitgenommen. Heide, die Babysitterin ist krank und er wollte nicht allein zu Hause bleiben, deswegen ist er mitgekommen.
Yeah, this time is a little different.
Keine Ahnung, was die Scheiße hier soll. Aber Mikkel ist alt genug, der kann auf sich selber aufpassen. Du verpiss dich jetzt lieber.
Surely you've caught on by now things are different. Like, why is he acting surprised? Your own mother isn't your mother. Like, what are we doing?
All that is happening, like, similar, so it's just...
So here we get lost this time then. Isn't it kind of surreal? This is mimicking the first episode, but an alternate world.
Vor fast 100 Jahren, kurz nach dem Ersten Weltkrieg, hat man da drin Experimente gemacht.
Was denn für Experimente? Was war das?
I mean, kid went missing, scary stories, weird cave. Just end it there.
Scheiße.
So the same things are happening. Someone's travelled.
Yeah. Who is it this time?
Everyone runs away the same.
And she falls behind. And someone came to pick up Mikkel.
Or a mad boyfriend left her behind.
I know. Oh, fuck.
What the hell was that?
Who the fuck? What?
What are we looking at, man? Who the hell's that?
Her.
Is it an older version of her, you reckon?
In that black shit.
Because that's where Jonas saw Michael in the black stains, I thought.
Yeah. That is so trippy. I want to know who that baby is. Jonas, right? Oh,
No,
okay,
it's him, but from
came.
But is it him from a future?
No,
No, they came back.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one time traveled in this time.
Mikkel's just there. So who? What is happening? Like with these lights and. That's your father.
And he didn't go missing on this night.
Which means Jonas doesn't exist.
Then who was that at the caves, you know?
They're going into the bunker. There's a little wormhole open here.
What the hell?
Who is it? When is it?
Yeah, who's opening these wormholes, man?
Who fell through? Mikkel from...
Wait, is it? Or is it Mads still?
Oh, Mads. Is it?
I don't know entirely. I'm thinking.
I need to see.
Wer ist das?
It is Mads, right? Yeah. Well...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the same thing happens consistently. Oh, okay. I wonder what the significance of that happening the same way again is.
But also different people finding the body. Who is it?
Lange auf diesen Moment gewartet.
Who the
Dass du
hell?
zurückkommst.
Is that the old Martha?
Do you reckon?
I don't know.
Same hairstyle.
Like she's like the Adam of this world, maybe.
Mikkel. Ist nicht zurückgereist.
Oh, so she knows, she
Dein
knows.
Vater. Und du
You know, yeah, she knows everything.
bist in dieser Welt nie geboren.
Okay.
Ohne dich. Ist das nicht das, was du
So what does
wolltest?
that mean?
Isn't that what you wanted and now getting to see it? We've heard it's worse.
Ist diese Welt zu dem gleichen Schicksal verdammt wie deine.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wieder
It's a
und wieder.
very interesting concept.
Wegen dir.
Still because of him. What?
He came here? I don't know.
Und wegen mir.
So him and Martha.
If it is Martha.
Martha.
Damn, we gotta get her and Adam together, man. That'll be elite.
Henhouse. What is this? This is the clock guy.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, Martha that actually knows what's going on. Let's see.
'88.
Wow,
We're
okay.
doing a lot of different timelines now, so she can go to any time, I think. It's not bound by the 33 years.
That's how that big god particle opened.
Jonas?
Jonas' townhouse here?
What?
But he wasn't born in this world, right? Or it's a different world?
Different world, I'm assuming. Oh wow, in every world, look at them. Every world, every
But
age.
is this our Jonas now, the one that we know?
Don't-
Must be, because he's like experimenting with the earliest phases of what Adam achieved.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You're alive.
He thinks it's the same one.
Ich bin nicht Martha.
I'm not Martha, but I am Martha.
Nicht deine Martha.
Damn, man, when he finally had a bit of hope, bang.
Isn't that crazy? So she doesn't feel the same way and...
Ich bin hier, um dir zu helfen, den Ursprung zu finden. Die eine Sache, die der Anfang für alles ist.
Damn, cool. How the hell did you do that?
Und in meiner.
Okay.
Damn. Man, I'll say it now, and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
This show deserves to have 20 times the hype of Squid Game. Like, Dark does not get enough credit. It's not widely known enough. It's not viral enough for how incredibly just masterful the writing is. Like,
I mean, we went through why it may not have gotten the hype.
For sure, but nonetheless.
It's a lot for people to grasp.
yeah, but it deserves it, man. Like, god damn. The way they put off this episode, so on the one hand, this episode feels like a spin-off because it's so similar, and yet it feels like a whole different, like a what-if version of the show. And yet, it's done so well, and I know that there's so much, like, for us, how we're going to wrap it up all in this season, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we've explored this whole other world that has similar and yet different events occurring, but ends up in the same place. And obviously there are a lot of, differences, like Martha seems to be more the Adam of this world, if you can call her that. Could she be considered the Claudia of this world? I don't know, but she seemed to be the Adam of this. It's like if Jonas isn't around, Martha takes on that role of becoming that elite. I don't know. Is that why Adam kind of wants the end of this world, whereas Claudia wants to save it? Even though Claudia's, I'm assuming, has been seen in the other world.
Because Regina died in this world. Or our world, yes, because in another world, Regina's dead.
Well, Martha lives.
Let's do World 1 and World 2. Let's do it that way.
Yeah. But Adam wants to, it could be to do with their loved ones, Regina being saved and Martha dying and vice versa.
Because Martha's alive.
But what if Adam's version is, if you end both worlds and sort of create like what if they both, the best parts of both were a hybrid?
It could be the worst parts of both.
Yeah, I know.
But you just don't know. What's interesting is World 1, has happened, that's fine. So now World 2, Martha is in the know and she's just trying to figure out what the origin is. And they both seem to be like, they are almost the origin. That's what at least older Martha in World 2, like the old lady Martha, was kind of insinuating, is from what I understood.
Kind of. Well, Martha's going to middle-aged Jonas, so that's definitely our Jonas, but did he change worlds as well as time? Or did she go to their world in just different time?
That's what I think. Because he doesn't know at this point, as middle-aged Jonas, that there's a different world.
No. He does.
Oh, he does.
You have to remember, he's gone through everything that young Jonas has.
Yes, I always forget that.
Just that, for him, it would have been a long... But then wouldn't he already know this one then? Oh, because he wouldn't have seen her for a very long time.
Yes.
And then he thought it was that Martha.
No, only young Jonas saw her.
Yes, but I'm saying this Jonas saw her when he was young. You always how do you always confuse those two? That's been your crush all the time.
I know.
You still see them as different people and
I
not the
know.
same.
Because even, that other person that we don't know who it is yet, the 3 different people, I'm like, I know you're the same person, but you feel like different people.
Yeah, and that was a good pickup by you. That is, I think, what's implied there. And that's trippy. We've never seen 3 people operating at the same time for the same mission. So what are they trying to achieve? We've got a whole other enemy now.
Because, what was the whole point of this person, coming in as the child first and then the middle? Do you know what I mean? Why? Why was it done systematically in that way?
And why were they trying to kill Helge's... Helge's father. But hang on. That must have been a different time. That was 87, that's right. I'm confusing Helge being old in 2019, but that was 87.
Yeah. But also, they went to Adams or whoever's at this point, because we don't even know. Yeah, no, it would have been Adams, because it's World 1 still, I'm assuming. Well, we think anyways. We don't know what world that was in, but either way, what we know to be as Adam's little,
he's
bunker, whatever it is.
Where he was doing his work,
And they burnt that down and they weren't part of those photos. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't part of a family that we've seen or whatever. So, that's interesting that this new whole...
a whole new villain's come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Adam, I mean, they were gone. It all seems to be very intentional, the timing of things. It's hard to know who knows what at what time because you never know really who's ahead. I'm trying to figure out where... Because now that...
Noah's not even there in World 2 so far.
Yeah, we haven't met Noah, and in World 1 he's dead, remember? At least at a certain time point. But seeing Martha seemingly sort of aligned maybe with Adam, that's the impression I got. It then makes me wonder, where Claudia fits in, because now we're kind of like, okay, if Adam has seen this and he's seen multiple worlds, I can kind of understand their philosophy. So then what does Claudia see that's so in opposition that she is against them?
But that's what I mean. It could just be that in this world, her daughter is dead, and in World 1, she's not.
Do you really believe in a show like this, that's the sole reason for everything she's done? It's way too basic. They're looking, and none of them, they're all such big players. You've seen they've sacrificed their own family members. Yeah. If they weren't having a massive impact on the world, they wouldn't just one variable to, that's not enough. So we are going back to this origin, and it seems to tie into Martha and Jonas. They seem to be stuck in this knot, and the origin might be linked to them. I don't know, but now we're like, Christopher, worlds. How do you get an origin that happened between worlds and time? Like, what came first at that point?
Well, that's the thing. At the start, I don't know whose voice it was. It sounded like older Claudia, but it might be older Martha. I'm not sure. But essentially that voice that was saying that, can you really change fate? Like, because there's something inside of you that, like, that is the origin of you, like the core of you, that doesn't change regardless of influence or whatever. There's something, like, it's whatever it could be, which then has this cause and effect, which is your fate.
Yeah. And then we've got all these things about, like, the invisible bonds, everything being connected, the end being the beginning and vice versa.
Yes. Where I'm going with that is, I don't really know, because Martha having the jacket, the yellow jacket, and being in Jonas's home, but still having her siblings and just little, but she's still her in a way.
Well, we don't, and we never, the thing is, you said, did Ulrich give it to Helge? It doesn't make sense to at this point, because Mikkel never went back. So while Ulrich's got no reason to go hunt, and yet the same noises in the cave were made. So who was time traveling then? And why did Martha see the same way? I'm trying to remember now, because I'm worried my memory might be shaky, but I'm pretty sure that in episode 1 of the show, it was Michael that Jonas saw in that black goo, his father. Yeah. And now Martha has seen, I don't know who the woman was, but seemingly, I'm guessing herself, which doesn't line up to Jonas seeing his father, but she's seeing someone. Hang on, Martha's mum's Katarina. I was going to say, could she have her own Michael situation, but it doesn't stack up. So who are these people in that black goo? Like, what are they seeing? Are they people that have died? Why are they seeing them? Is that going to mean something at some point? And then the cave, like, who was it that travelled? Because we knew in our World 1, it was Jonas, which, mind you, we know that whatever happens here, Jonas is going to go back to his world and then make sure Mikkel travels through time. So whatever he learns, he's going to then come back and go do that still.
Well, not Claudia.
Which is him making sure that he's born.
Yes.
Going, I need to be born. I've seen this world doesn't work.
Which is what essentially Martha was saying at the end there.
Yeah. So now we're getting a bit of it. Because remember us going, what could he have seen to make him do that? And now we're kind of getting it. But, like, very early phases, man.
So I don't know if I missed it, but is Martha's boyfriend, what's his name?
I don't know, but yes.
Is Eric his brother? Is that what they said? So I think that's important to know. Because things have changed up.
Because he said they were missing. Oh,
like,
okay.
Who's...
I wasn't thinking of that,
mean?
but you could be right, because didn't they mention something about Eric having an older brother that used to do stuff, and then he went...
Maybe. That's where your memory, like...
Yeah, I gotta check that. You might be right. They were talking about a brother missing, and they kept focusing on Eric. I didn't make that connection, but that might be right. And the fact that the same people are going missing at the same times means whatever they've concluded, whatever experiment they're running to try and fix time, and the reason they're killing these people like Eric and Mads and Yassi and etc., there must be something consistent, not across just times, but worlds, that makes these people the necessary targets.
Oh, and what's interesting, Mads, like, this time he's actually got identification. So they wanted them to know that that was Mads. Whoever sent...
No. He had that last time too, but they had it out of his body. Remember, Peter called Tronte straight away.
Yes, okay.
So we still don't know who's sending this stuff. Oh, I thought it was like Noel or something, or Adam.
Because did Mads go missing in this world as well?
Well, obviously, yes.
Well, you don't know. That might be from world going to...
Well, everything we've seen so far, Ulrich has no brother, seemingly, from what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a dead Mad. So I would assume that's just meant to be a consistent thing. Cause
maybe he had no brother. I don't know.
How can you have no brother? He's called Mads Nielsen.
From a different world, maybe.
But why would you... that
like,
seems...
he was wearing the exact same thing.
But what... Yeah, I don't know. That seems too far-fetched. Like,
yeah.
Even Dark doesn't seem like it's crazy. You've written a whole new world. Why would you then change up an event that wouldn't offer any storytelling then? The whole point of seeing him is like, oh, okay.
It's happening again regardless.
It's happening again. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, we might see more, but that seems a bit too outrageous then because you're...
Only because I'm thinking it's like, now Martha, Jonas, whoever is aware of all of this, are they trying to change something by crossing the worlds, and that's the origin? Like, that's where my thought process was going.
But Mads isn't the only one that's missing, so I don't know.
Yeah. What's interesting is going back to what I was saying about the start of the episode, that dialogue. If the core you, I don't even know how to word it, because you do become you through your experiences and stuff, but Elizabeth, for example, speaks and Francesca doesn't. So what experience then changed for each of them? And I know something as small as like Mikhail not going back and Jonas not being alive, like all those little things can make a difference. So what was it for them two that changed their experience?
I get what you're saying.
Because
I don't know if that's the important variable here, but...
No, but it does play into everyone else, doesn't it? Like, their whole reality for World 2, it's kind of the same concept for every single individual. Like, Bartosz looked like he knew more. I mean, his mother died now. You know, what impact does that have on who he is, to the core? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I do. I mean, you could spend the whole discussion point looking at everyone's differences because, like, everyone has minor differences. But I do feel like in a show this complex, that's very the micro versus the macro. Because I think in terms of the overarching point that we're sort of are getting from this episode is that even when the variables changed and the world was different, the outcome's the same. So yes, we get every little micro character's storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, you could unpack that. I don't think it's got as much significance into the macro purpose of them trying to resolve this issue of the time travel and all that.
But it is just like an interesting concept.
It was cool to see these what ifs, and you know, you see Ulrich or whatever. A lot of people are the same but different. You know, a lot of similarities. Like, you're still you, but there are subtle differences here, and even relationships through time, like Hannah and Ulrich or Francesca and Magnus, they're different, but they're the same. There are, you know, Karina still ends up alone, but her husband's here this time, not away.
In a different time.
But Ulrich still cheats. And you've got a lot of those variables that are still, you know, there are little adjustments and some more significant than others, for sure.
And, like, think about it. When you think of yourself, like, you know, in another lifetime, I would do this. It's like, would you really? Or is your fate bound by what's really inside of you? Again, back to that.
And that was that question in the beginning that was quite heavy, and we kind of spoke a bit over it, a bit too much probably, but that kind of segued into the concepts of just exploring these possibilities. How much are we bound to fate? If we knew different, would we choose different? Because now if Jonas knows that that isn't born.
Yeah.
But did he choose different, or was it always destined to be that way that he was going to have to live that? Like, there's all these questions.
When the show's very thought provoking. So when you take their experience to yourself, you're like, holy shit, and it really makes you just think and wonder. And honestly, to me, that's exciting because you're really exploring all these like possibilities and theories and, you know, what ifs, just like we are in the show. But this was like the catalyst for us to think that way, which is almost trippy in a way, like within itself.
Yeah, and the fact that we're introducing another world this late to then try and find the original point, I mean, it's a big job to tie that in last season, and I've got faith I'll do a great job with it.
Like, what could that one thing be? Because Martha seems to think it's both of them together, which makes sense. Like, all those flashbacks or dreams of them having sex, and then the God particle becomes...
Yeah, remember the God particle coming out of her
tummy?
tummy?
They give birth to that God particle.
That might be like a metaphor. Like, I don't know if they literally had sex in the God particle, you know. But,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but, like, these two existing in a way creates this whole
Well, they've been saying that, but we just don't know how. Like, what was that original moment? What caused it?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to look into. Obviously, it was enough for young Martha in another world to think that she has to bring Jonas to show him this world. Like, everything's done for a reason. And Adam knew that his younger self has to go there and see that. So, I don't know. Like, we could talk all day about the what ifs. Really, that's just sort of what we've been given.
Big episode.
Crazy. Big episode. Deja-vu is a great title for it. And again, I almost need to go back and watch those deja-vus because throughout the show, so many times we had, deja-vu. And now all of a sudden you're like, wait, was it? Like, I want to go see what was said when that happened so that people will be like, oh, shit. Like, remember when, I think middle-aged Jonas was talking to Hannah at one point when he first met her and he was like, I'm your son. And she was kind of like deja vu, something like that.
And then she met him in the hallway.
That's what I'm saying. Did that tie into, for example, that a similar scenario had occurred to her in a different world? Like, how many of those had happened and what would that mean? That could be insane. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know how far we're going to explore these worlds. Obviously, we've got last season, so I don't know how much we're going to explore these worlds and then go back.
Yeah.
But if we get to see a bit more into that and how that ties in, that'll be absolutely insane.
Oh. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the episode.
And if you want early access to our reactions or you want to watch our uncut reactions, we'll leave a link to our Patreon down below. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you on our next reaction.
See you guys.